Welcome to Reset Today with Stephanie J. You just tuned into the show that allows you to reset in any area of your life. So come on and join me. Hit that reset bell and get ready to start fresh. All right, I know that you are having a good day because I'm having a good day over here in Virginia. It is a great day to be alive, and I'm so glad that we are counted among the number, the land of the living, as the old folks used to say in the church where I grew up. Hope you are enjoying this time, whatever you may be doing. And I thank you for taking the time to tune in to Reset Today. Got an exciting show for you today. This is one that I was so eager and so anxious to do that I just put some things aside and I decided to get an early start today. And you're listening to Limbo off my son Rashawn's SoundCloud page, SMNS. It's in all capital letters, and I like this groove, and it makes me think sometimes when I see how he put it on his page. So many of us find ourselves in a state of limbo, even when it comes to the topic that I am going to discuss today. Yes, this is another episode of Real Men, but this is like the ultimate, and also the ultimate reset. Yes, even this extraordinary person had to reset sometimes in his life. And what I'm going to do first is let you know where you can hear my podcast. A Brand New Day with Stephanie J can be heard on Anchor, Spreaker, Spotify, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Overcast, Castbox, iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, and JioSaavn, JioSaavn. Reset Today with Stephanie J can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, Deezer, JioSaavn, Podchaser, Podcast Addict, Apple, Google, SoundCloud, Facebook, YouTube, and iHeartRadio, if I didn't say that already. And I'm going to do something just a little bit different by way of introduction. I purchased several months back a DVD from comedian Steve Harvey. And no, it's not a bootleg copy. I was at a book sale and they had DVDs and stuff as well. And I came across it and it looked interesting, so I picked it up. And it is a few years old, and it's a video entitled "Don't Trip, He Ain't Through With Me Yet," that he did at Bishop T.D. Jakes' Mega Fest. And there was one particular part in it that I really liked. And so I took it down and I recorded just that segment. And I thought, wow, this would be the perfect introduction to what I'm fitting to talk about. And so it's a few minutes long, about 6 minutes. So just hang on. You'll get the gist of it. And I'll be back in a few.
My life been so good. Rick, just follow me on this. I thought this would be hot. I've introduced some of the biggest and greatest names in show business. My career been good, man. God done a lot for me in 20 years. Really has, man. I done brought out some names, man. When you're in this business, that matters. trip to heaven, but it count in the business that I'm in. And everybody like recognition for their work. You want a promotion on your job, you want awards, you want to get plaques, you want to be number one, you want to be in the President's Club, the top sales, you want to be an employee of the month so you can park close, all that. Everybody want reward for their work. I ain't no different. I'm just sitting here saying that my career, man, been amazing to me. And what's gotten me to this point tonight, after 20 years, to be able to stand here, cuss free, you don't even know where I'm at right now. I'm telling you, man. And having introduced some of the biggest names in the world, from secular music to gospel, I hosted Showtime at the Apollo longer than anybody. I done won 9 NAACP Image Awards. I won NAACP Entertainer of the Year. I've hosted the BET Awards. Me and Sayed started that. I've hosted the Essence Awards. I've hosted BET Comedy Awards. I've hosted every celebration of gospel that they've ever had. I was sitting up thinking to myself, and just go with me on this. This just me again with that third eye, just wondering what some would be like. I was wondering, just in my imagination, of the ultimate introduction, that if I had the chance to bring out Jesus, I was thinking, what would I say with this third eye, with my ability as a comedian? What would I say if somebody let me introduce him? Because he gonna get introduced one day. It's what my mama has always said. My mother taught me, as 36 years of a Sunday school teacher, that Jesus was gonna come back one day. I believe that through every piece of hard time I done had. When y'all see me on tape and it don't look like I know him, trust me, I know him every day. There's no way I could have got here without him. What I believe has gotten me here. This is real talk. So, if you will, just imagine with me if I had the pleasure of bringing out Christ. This is just how I would do it. It ain't got to be the way you do it. You might not think it's just right, but this is how I would do it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce a man who needs no introduction. His credits are too long to list. He has done the impossible time after time. He has
All right. Yes, and now you get it. That's who this episode is about. Reset, real men, Jesus. I just love that. And I know Steve Harvey gets a lot of flack. I mean, I hear it. Don't know the man personally, and not many of us do. I've seen quite a bit from his career. I never really followed him as a, comedian, but years ago I used to watch his show, Me and the Boys, and the other school show that he was on. And I've seen the little bits and pieces of his comedy. In fact, I was just sitting here thinking, years ago, my husband did a song called The Good News, and it's about the gospel and about Jesus. And, he was like, I need you to put an introduction in there for me. And I had not long before that saw a few minutes clip. I didn't see the show. I did not see the stand-up, but a heading on the YouTube said, Steve Harvey saying goodbye to stand-up. I think he was moving on to do other things, and Family Feud and all of the stuff that he ended up doing. And at the very end of it, he ended it off with that, and I liked it. And so I did something, not quite, but similar to that intro in that particular song. And so that's why I wanted to share it. I think it's great. He, in my estimation, from the things that I have seen about him, I've seen a few clips through the years. He has like a family reality show where all of their children, he and his wife, they come together and they do things as a family. I like the episode that they were like making pizzas and everybody was somewhere doing something, and Steve got on the intercom and he was like, everybody whose last name is Harvey, get down here in this kitchen now, and you see him joking around with his daughter-in-law and things like that. I know there's been a lot of negativity. There's been some negative stuff in the spotlight. I've even come across some stuff, his ex-wife plastered stuff about him and all of that. And you know what I say to all of that? Because see, I don't have time for that. Hey, that's between them and God. My life